right, let's get to some breaking news. We are learning the State Department is in the process of turning over more Hillary Clinton emails related to Libya and Benghazi that hadn't been turned over before. Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry is covering the Clinton campaign. He joins me now live in Washington. This is pretty startling stuff.
It is, Julie. Some breaking news this hour that basically the State Department has apparently done a second search of official Clinton email, Hillary Clinton's email, and have found more emails, we're told, related to Libya broadly, but Benghazi specifically, those terror attacks from a few years ago. This is all significant, of course, because we first really learned about the fact that Hillary Clinton had the personal account, had the personal server because of the fact that Trey Gowdy, the Republican chair of the House Benghazi Committee, had issued a subpoena back in March of this year for Hillary Clinton's email related to Benghazi. So remember, what's so significant here is that we now have officials confirming this hour that the State Department's in the process of turning more Clinton email related to Benghazi over to this special committee investigating the Benghazi terror attacks. I'm told that the committee doesn't know what is in these new emails, what's significant or not about the emails, because they are in the process of being turned over to the committee. But obviously, when you have a subpoena and you're supposed to turn over official documents, if they're not turned over, that could lead to all kinds of legal and political trouble. And I just want to add more breaking news. In the last moment, we now have just gotten a statement from Trey Gowdy's committee, and they say, quote, "In the past week, the State Department has confirmed on the record it requested Secretary Clinton's emails in response to the Benghazi committee, and that it was the committee inquiries early after it was created that led them to realize it did not have the former secretary's emails." They go on to say the State Department has failed to comply with multiple Benghazi committee requests, and it is now indicating intends to foster a more cooperative relationship. Quote, "The committee is not yet in receipt of this new production of emails, and will not be issuing any statements regarding it until it can be thoroughly examined. If indeed this is a sign what the Republicans call, quote, the stonewalling and political protection effort that was previously being run by the department is diminishing, the committee welcomes it. The proof will be in the production." So I think that last point, what's interesting, you see Trey Gowdy there, the chairman. His staff is saying this statement, and this comes in from Jamal Ware, his communications director, is suggesting, look, the State Department has now come to the committee. The State Department, no longer run by Hillary Clinton, run now by John Kerry, and has come to the committee and said, look, we looked for more email, and we've now found it, and we're turning this over. The committee is offering an olive branch and saying, look, if they want to cooperate more than when Hillary Clinton was in charge, we're willing to listen. We want to take more documents, and then we're going to evaluate, this Republican-led committee is saying, what is substantively in there about Benghazi before issuing any comment. That's obviously smart. They don't know what is or not in this email. But big picture point here, obviously, is this is happening in the context of a criminal investigation by the FBI. If the State Department is now saying, wait a second, we've found more official Hillary Clinton email, this is very curious timing with the FBI investigation. It makes you wonder about what the FBI is recovering on that server, whether things are being matched up about what was turned over to the Benghazi committee, what was not turned over. I've reached out to Hillary Clinton's campaign, and I'm just checking now. I still have not gotten a statement, but this is timing of this happening on Friday in the middle of all the papal coverage, the John Boehner coverage. This leak coming out now on a Friday is very interesting.
Very curious timing, and it sounds like Clinton has been caught in a major contradiction. It is not the first time, and I'm certain it will take time for the Clinton camp to respond.
No doubt about it, Julie. And she's been under intense political pressure. And the bottom line is there's another story that's just broken in the last 24 hours about Huma Abedin, one of her closest aides. And remember, there has been Republican Senator Chuck Grassley demanding to know why Huma Abedin, you see her there, had these multiple roles. The State Department, she was working at a consulting company. She was also working with the Clinton Foundation. Hillary Clinton, we've now just gotten in the last 24 hours a new email because of Judicial Watch, the conservative group that has been petitioning for it. They've sued for more documents, suggesting that Hillary Clinton signed off on Huma Abedin having these different roles. That is a contradiction, her signing it off on that, to what Hillary Clinton told Andrea Mitchell of NBC News just a couple of weeks ago. Let's look at that clip real quick.
Do you think he had a point in raising the question of whether it was appropriate for her to be taking a State Department salary and also be paid by an outside company closely associated with your husband, by you?
Well, I was not directly involved in that, but everything that she did was approved under the rules as they existed by the State Department.
The key there, you heard Hillary Clinton tell Andrea Mitchell, quote, I was not directly involved in that. Now this new document suggesting, wait a second, she signed off on it. I've talked to the Clinton campaign just a few moments ago. They insist what Hillary Clinton, the form she signed off on, was about what title Huma Abedin would have at the State Department, and that specifically Hillary Clinton was not signing off on the multiple roles that Andrea Mitchell asked her. But again, this gets into the question of whether Hillary Clinton is being truthful or whether or not she's splitting hairs here in some of her answers.
All right, we look forward to hearing that. Ed Henry, thank you very much.
Good to see you.
So what's it like